From TPRQ World Headquarters, this is The Week in Review. And now here's your host, Jacques.
Greetings, Terrans. I'm Jacques with yet another all too frequent episode of Week in Review here on TPRQ. So let's get right to this week's news. We're going to lead off with actually a non-news story. It's a little fluffy, but we're going to admit that right from the top, unlike the other news outlets do. We're going to give a review of the new movie Nightcrawler, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Rene Russo, et al. My initial impression of this flick is that it was good. It was pretty good. It was really good. If you like creepy, psychotic weirdness, you'll like this movie. If you liked the other movie that Jake Gyllenhaal starred in, Zodiac, if you like Zodiac, you'll like this one. But this time, Jake isn't the reporter trying to solve the problem. This time, he's the psychopath himself. Over the years, there's been a number of movies where the actor who portrays the main character needs to lose a lot of weight in order to make everything work. Like Tom Hanks in, that FedEx one on the island, and he's there forever. Castaway. See, I know I'd come up with it. So, he had to lose a lot of weight, But in this movie, Jake Gyllenhaal decided to lose a lot of weight, not just because, actually, the plot didn't even require that. I mean, it wasn't integral into the plot. But he wanted to lose the weight, from what I'm told, by my inside sources, because it would make the character look more gaunt, more spooky, weird, and it did. It worked. So anyway, my impression of this movie was that it was a really good movie. It wasn't spectacular. I thought the plot lacked a plot, in a sense. I think it might have been better to portray this movie as a character study in this weird psycho nut who ends up becoming a stringer for a TV station. He's an ambulance chaser, basically. He likes to get the gruesome stuff, and he steps over the ethics line a few times as far as what a reporter should or would be able to do. It's been said that this movie was kind of an indictment against local news journalism. If you really have a low view of some of the sensationalistic journalism that's out there, then you'll like this movie because it minces no words or no ideas regarding the depths to which some TV news stations will go to garner more viewers. Need I say more? I don't think so. But anyway, let's watch a little trailer clip, and this pretty much sums up what I'm talking about when you're talking about TV news stations wanting more viewers. This is Rene Russo talking to Jake Gyllenhaal, and she's the station news manager person, and she's telling Jake, who is, going to be the stringer and go out and get all these gruesome pictures of people dying and stuff, so that we can put it on the news and we'll get more viewers. And, let's watch this.
Think of our newscast as a screaming woman running down the street with her throat cut.
You will be seeing me again.
And so that pretty much says it. Now, I'm going to throw up my rating system. This is how I rate things. whether it's movies or books or TV shows or whatever, any kind of anything that I want to rate. This is how I rate. And I'm going to give Nightcrawler 3 pips. Commander. Like I say, I thought it was good. It could have been better, but it was good. It'd be worth seeing if you like weird, creepy studies of weird, creepy people. And as you can see by this graphic that I just threw up, and I'm going to throw up again, what, Jacques, you may ask, would be a movie that you would rate an admiral or even possibly an admiral-in-chief? Let me start with admiral-in-chief. There's only one movie that I have ever seen that I would put up there with admiral-in-chief. Epic is a word you would need to use for that, and that would be Titanic. That was epic. That was the admiral-in-chief. And believe me, the symbolism of Admiral and Titanic and the ocean and sinking and Navy, it's not lost on me. I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Titanic would be Admiral-in-Chief. There's not too many movies that would be, well, that's the only one that I've ever seen so far. Regular old Admiral, that would be like classics. The Sound of Music, you know, just classics, all right? Wizard of Oz, that'd be your basic Admiral. It's a mad, 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 mad world. Definitely Admiral. Classic movie that you need to see. If you haven't seen it, see it. It's a mad, 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 mad world. Rear Window. If you ever want to break in to one of my online accounts, and then they always ask you, what is your favorite movie of all time to verify your personhood, I usually use Rear Window. And it's the Jimmy Stewart version, the one that Alfred Hitchcock did, okay, with Grace Kelly. That would be Admiral. Captain movies, oh, what would that be? Wait Until Dark with Audrey Hepburn. All right, so anyway, I'm not going to go any further with my rating system. Suffice it to say, I gave Nightcrawler Commander 3 pips. All right. Looking on to next week, in contrast to the week in review, we are scheduled for some really, really, really cold weather. The polar vortex is scheduled to make a new appearance in the North American continent. Pardon me. And it's going to get really, really cold. Batten down the hatches, buckle your seatbelts, get out your winter coats and scarves and hats and mittens and stuff, and turn on the fireplace. Turn on the fireplace. In other news this week, a man decided he wanted to shave his beard, and what he found underneath was quite startling, shocking even perhaps. And so Terry has changed his name to Terry. And finally today, a very, very sad note. On Monday, the iconic co-host of NPR's Car Talk, Tom Magliozzi, died of complications regarding Alzheimer's. Car Talk has been airing on NPR radio on Saturday mornings for, I don't know, 25 years plus. Sorry, I got something unwanted in my mouth. I cannot tell you how much entertainment, and not just entertainment even, just laughter, and I don't know, it's just hard to describe. Listen to the clip that I'm going to link below. If you got an hour, it's worth every second. If you've never listened to Car Talk, you'll fall in love with them. And by the way, they're going to repeat, they've been repeating shows for the last couple of years. They stopped recording in 2012. And they're going to continue to do that. It's on Saturday mornings, NPR, if you're here in Oregon, in Portland, rather. What the bloody heck? Oh, that's not good. Can we turn that back on? All right. If you're here in the Portland area, it's 91.5 FM KOPB. And I believe it starts at 10 o'clock on Saturday mornings. Wonderful show. You'll love it. Anyway, thank you for being here. I am Jacques, TPRQ, for the Week in Review. And remember, we're here so you don't have to be. Oh, wait a minute. Did I say? If you like this episode, if you even chuckle a little bit, would you like it? Would you put a like down there below? Like. There's a little hand with a thumb up thing. Like. Subscribe to my channel. That way you'll know when anything new comes out, which is, about once a week, sometimes oftener. Anyway, I'm Jacques. Thanks for tuning in and for liking and subscribing and for telling others. And remember, today is your day to take out the trash.
This is TPRQ.